tonight. So, okay. So, like I said, we're going to be doing a restorative yoga practice tonight. So, we will be holding the poses for between 1 and 2 minutes and really focusing on the breath and settling the nervous system. Okay, so when we focus on the breath and when we're intentional about completing the inhale all the way down to the belly and then completing the exhale, we stimulate the vagus nerve, which in turn stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is basically the opposite to fight or flight. All right, so you can come to any comfortable seated position, whatever is good for you. And whatever parts of the body that are touching the mat, just bring your attention to those parts of the body and close the eyes and feel the connection between the legs, feet, ankles, whatever it is that is touching the mat and the ground beneath you. And bring the hands to the thighs with the palms facing down to ground. And notice the feeling between the hands and the legs. We're going to take a couple of really big sighs. Let's take a nice inhale. So sigh it out through the mouth. And just feel everything release. Okay, and then inhaling and exhaling through the nose for 2 minutes. We're going to inhale for the count of 4 and exhale for the count of 6. So you're going to count yourself through this breath cycles, and this mantra of counting the inhale, counting the exhale really helps you to focus on the breath, but it also helps you to extend the exhale and stop yourself being distracted by your body or what's going on around you. Okay, so I'll let you know when the 2 minutes are up. And again, we're going to inhale down and exhale up. Okay, complete the breath cycle that you're on with the exhale, and then return to regular breathing. And bring the hands together at heart center. And we're going to chant the sacred syllable of Om. So take a nice inhale. Om. Okay, and then open the eyes and come to stand at the top of the mat. Ooh. So we're going to stand at the top of the mat with the feet underneath the hips. Press down through all four corners of the feet. Belly button to spine. Take the hands alongside the body with the palms facing forward. Close the eyes and feel the connection of the feet to the mat. And feel that grounding and balancing. Okay, and then inhale the arms. Sorry, open the eyes, inhale the arms. Look up and exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Really bend the knees here. Really easy Uttanasana to start. Look back at the hip between the thighs. Lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Good. So you got a nice long spine, and then again, exhale into Uttanasana. And take the hands to the hips, bend the knees, and inhale, slowly come to stand. Good. Inhale the arms up again, belly button to spine. Exhale, swan dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Take the hands to the hips and exhale, step the left leg back into a high lunge. So reach back with the left heel, bend the front knee, belly button to spine, and exhale, step the left foot forward and the right foot back. Good. Press into all four corners of the left foot. Feel the toes of the right foot pressing into the ground and the ball of the foot. Reach through the crown of the head and exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale, hands to shins, look forward. And exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Good. Hands to the hips, bend the knees, and inhale, come to stand. Okay, so we're going to bring a block. You can bring the block to the highest height, or you can use a T. So either with the medium or the lowest height. And okay, yeah. Okay, take the feet to hip width apart. And exhale, fold forward from the hips. And take the fingertips to the mat. And then move that block forward. So it's going to be under just around the center of the head. So you can play around with the block height so that not quite the crown of the head, but between the crown of the head and the forehead is supported by the blocks. Good, and bend the knees if that feels comfortable. And let the hands hang. Let gravity round the spine. And we're going to stay here for 1 minute. Inhale down towards the pelvis and exhale back up. Relax the forehead skin. Release any tension in the jaw. This is really nice for some sinus relief, especially at this time of the year. with seasonal allergies. So it can feel pretty challenging in the moment, but it does help with sinus relief. And then the next inhale, lift the head just a few inches, and we're going to walk the feet out to the side. So the feet are going to be about 3.5 feet wide, feet parallel. Good. And then you might need less blocks for this one. You're going to take the block underneath the forehead and come into Prasarita Padottanasana, or wide leg forward fold. So the hands can be right underneath the shoulders. Press down into the heels. And again, play around with the height of the blocks. See what you need for your body tonight without judgment. And if the feet are wider, it's actually easier. And you can micro bend the knees if you'd like to take the pressure off the back of the knees. And with the head below the heart in an inversion, it has a calming effect on the body and the nervous system. So breathe, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And try to regulate the breathing. So we're inhaling for the count of 4, exhaling for the count of 6, especially when we're holding the poses for a long time. This gives us the opportunity to really focus on the breath. About 20 more seconds. So even if the knees are bent, you can lift up through the hips. So you're still getting a nice stretch on the hamstrings. And then on the next inhale, lift the head just a few inches. So staying in the inversion. Bring the hands right underneath the shoulders and heel toe the feet together a little. And then step back into downward facing dog. So you're going to be in down dog and just move that block so that the block is underneath the forehead. So maybe you need it at the highest height or medium height, whatever feels good. So it's just there to support the forehead. Good, keep lifting through the hips. And we're going to stay here in down dog for 2 minutes. So this is pretty intense on the shoulders for 2 minutes. So if you need to take a break, you can come into extended puppy. So that's where you're on the knees, walk the hands forward and take the chest towards the mat. So in order to take some of the weight off the shoulders and the wrists, just keep drawing the hips back towards the back of the room. So you're moving the sit bones back and up. Belly button to spine. And allow the block to support the forehead and release the back of the neck. And focus on the breath. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. We've got about 40 more seconds here. Good work, ladies. And we're looking for steadiness and ease in these poses, in yoga in general, but especially in restorative yoga. So don't push too hard. It's okay to take the extended puppy if you need to. Okay, and then on the next exhale, slowly take the knees down to the mat. And then walk the hands back and slowly bring the head up. Come into hero pose. Just give yourself a moment to adjust because our head has been below the heart for about 7 or 8 minutes, so you might feel a little bit dizzy. All right, and then you're going to bring, if you did bring cushions or pillows, you're going to bring them to the center of the mat. And if you don't, oh, you did, okay, good. If you don't, you can just use a couple of blocks. Okay, so we're going to bring those cushions in between the knees. So take the knees wide to the edges of the mat and bring the feet together. Good, and then exhale, fold forward over the cushions. So the torso is being supported by the cushions or pillows. And then take the right side of the face down to the pillow. And allow your torso to be completely supported. I'm going to stay here for 1 minute on this side and then change sides. Inhale down and exhale up. And feel the lower back spreading. Release the jaw. And then inhale and turn the head to the other side so the left cheek is on the mat, or sorry, on the pillow. And release any gripping. So notice if you're still holding yourself up with the arms or the legs. And just allow your body to be totally supported. And then inhale, bring the head towards the center. And take the arms alongside the body. And inhale, slowly bring the torso back up. And then take the pillows to one side. And come into Sukhasana with the right leg in front. Simple cross-legged. Okay, press down through the tailbone, lift through the crown of the head. So we're creating a nice long spine. And then take the fingertips in front and exhale, walk the fingertips forward. Keep the chest lifted. Press back through the tailbone. And then exhale, draw the chin towards the chest and start to round the spine. And allow the forearms to move down towards the mat. Inhale down, exhale up. Lengthen the back of the neck. Draw the chin towards the chest. And on the next inhale, Come back up onto the fingertips, heavy the tailbone, and walk the hands back. Good. And then switch legs so the left leg is in front. And again, reach up through the crown of the head, take the fingertips to the mat. So you can either take fingertips or you can use blocks. It's easier, but whichever works well for you. So reach forward, keep reaching with the chest. So you start with quite a long spine. So you can see my spine is not yet rounded. And then start to exhale, round the spine. Take the forehead, sorry, take the chin down towards the chest. Inhale for 4, exhale for 6. Notice if you're gripping anywhere in the head. So that might be frowning, squeezing the eyes, gripping the teeth or clenching the jaw, grinding the teeth, I should say. Just notice what it is for you and try to release that. Okay, and then on the next inhale, come up onto the fingertips, heavy the tailbone, and walk the hands back. Good. Okay, take the hands on the inside of the thighs and exhale. Widen the legs for Upavista Konasana. Good. So you're going to tilt forward onto the front of the sit bones here. Belly button to spine. Check in with the knees and the toes that they're reaching up towards the sky. And then you can either bring the fingertips in front or hands to blocks. And exhale, walk the hands or blocks forward, keeping the chest lifted. And keep the knees and toes pointing up towards the ceiling. So we're not internally rotating the hips. Keep reaching through the heels. And inhale down, exhale up. Okay, good. And then you can take the hands to the mat if they're not already, and bring blocks to either well, you can figure out what you need, but maybe at the highest height, maybe a T position. You're going to draw the forehead down towards the block and let the block totally support the forehead. So make sure that the legs are not turning inwards. You can allow the forearms to rest on the mat or on blocks if that feels better. Lengthen the back of the neck. And if this feels particularly challenging to the inner thighs, back of the knees, focus on the breath. Focus on counting the inhale and the exhale, 4 and 6. I'm going to be here for 1 minute. And on the next inhale, lift the forehead off the block, heavy the tailbone, and inhale, walk the hands back. Good, take the hands inside the thighs, belly button to spine, and draw the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Good, so the soles of the feet are together, and close the eyes, and notice the feeling of the soles of the feet touching, your hands touching the ankles, the sit bones on the mat. You're rocking side to side. Okay, and then take the hands next to the hips, and exhale, take the feet forward for Dandasana. You're going to need a strap, so just grab a strap, and you're going to use either blocks or your cushions or pillows, which so maybe actually you can just put the cushion or pillow on the thighs, and then we'll use the blocks on top. Good, and then take the strap around the feet. And we're not going to be using the strap to pull yourself into this pose. We're just going to be using it for balance, okay, so that your body can be completely supported. Okay, belly button to spine, reach up through the crown of the head, and exhale, fold forward from the hips. So we're leading with the chest. Good. Fold forward as much as you can with the chest lifted. And then exhale, start to round the spine. Feel which parts of the spine are rounding. And take the forehead down to the block. Maybe you need another block or another cushion. Just do whatever feels good for you. And again, we're just loosely holding on to this strap. So it's helping you to stay down, but it's not pulling you forward. And you can also take the hands to the feet if that's available to you. Reach through the heels. And you can adjust as much as you need to. And then be still. So we're going to stay here for another 1 minute, trying to be as still as possible, focusing on the breath. And then on the next inhale, heavy the tailbone, slowly bring the head up, and walk the hands back up the legs. And bring the head up. Good, okay, take all of those props to the side. And then come to lay down on your back. The knees are all the way together, and the feet are at the edges of the mat for constructive rest. So allow your sacrum to adjust. We're moving from quite a lot of forward bends into a neutral spine. So you might feel the spine adjusting here. Inhale down and exhale up. And then walk the feet together. Take a block at the lowest height and lift the hips and place the block underneath the sacrum. Feet are on the ground. This is another pose to neutralize the spine. And it also helps to clear the sinuses because we're in a slight inversion. Allow the sacrum to settle down onto the block. Try to release any gripping that you might have to keep yourself supported. Okay, belly button to spine, and exhale. Take the knees to 90 degrees. Feet are flexed. We'll stay here for 30 seconds. Inhale down, exhale up. And bend the knees. Take the feet down to the mat. And lift the hips. Take the block to the medium height underneath the sacrum. And just take the time to make sure that it's in the right spot so that you can balance on it. Feet are on the floor to start. And then belly button to spine. Exhale, lift the feet to 90 degrees. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Focus on the breath. Notice which parts of the body are touching the ground. So actively feel those parts. Triceps, the very top of the back, and the neck, the back of the skull. Okay, and then belly button to spine. Exhale, step the right foot down, and then the left foot. And take the block away. Bring the hips back down. Bend the knees, take the feet towards the sky, and take the hands through the feet to the outside of the feet for happy baby. And press the feet up into the hands. And the hands back into the feet. Rock side to side. Just a little. Feel the lower back spreading, just like it did in child's pose. We'll be here for another 30 seconds. Inhale down and exhale up. Okay, and then release the feet and take them back down to the mat. And inhale, slowly come to sit. And we're going to move over towards a wall, and you're going to need either a chair or those two blocks. So bring your mat over to a wall, and we're going to be working on supported plow pose. You want to fold your mat so that it's in, so you're going to fold it in half and then fold it in half again. so that you have a support there for your shoulders. Okay, and then bring the blocks or chair to about maybe 10 inches behind the mat, so that your feet are going to be, your toes are going to be on the blocks or chair. Okay, so come to sit against the wall, and you can do it either left or right side against the wall, and then exhale, take the torso down towards the mat, and take the feet up the wall. So it's like with legs up the wall pose. So you want the mat to be, your head and neck to be off the mat. Okay, and the arms are going to come alongside the body, elbows tucked all the way in. And then lift the hips, walk the feet up the wall, take the hands to the lower back, chin towards the chest, and then you can exhale, take one leg back towards the chair or the block. And you can stay here if you like, or you can take the other leg back as well. Keep the elbows moving in towards the torso. And you also don't need to use the blocks, Caroline, if you don't need to. Keep the hips lifted. Chin towards the chest to protect the neck. So you have the option of taking the hands to the lower back or on the floor, palms facing down. Good. Inhale down and exhale up. Good. Keep the hips lifted. Reach back with the soles of the feet. Keep drawing the chin towards the chest, lengthening the back of the neck. Okay, and then belly button to spine. Take both legs one at a time back towards the wall. Good. And then lower the hips. And roll over onto the right side. And come back. Come back to sit, and then take the mat over towards wherever you are. Bring the mat back. Okay, you're going to need those two blocks again. So take both blocks. Lost my block. Oh, it's hiding. Okay, so both blocks are going to be at the lowest height. They're going to have 1 inch between them. So we're going to be doing supported fish. Okay, so take them to about 3/4 of the way to the top of the mat. And this 1 inch gap is for the spine. Okay, so sit about 10 inches in front of the blocks. Take the hands either side of the blocks and then lower yourself down so that the shoulder blades are on the blocks and the crown of the head is touching the mat. So you want your neck to be completely free of the blocks. So you can adjust as much as you need to here so that the shoulder blades are on the mat, sorry, on the blocks. And then take the arms out to the side, palms facing up. So you want the forearms to be touching the mat. So take the arms out to the side, and then you can start to move the arms towards cactus arms, but still maintaining the forearms touching the mat. Keeping the knees bent for now. And adjust as much as you need to. Figure out what works for you right now in your body tonight. Inhale down and exhale up. Notice where you're gripping in the body. Maybe it's the lower back. Maybe it's the shoulders, the throat, the jaw. Notice where you are and just try to release that gripping. And you have the option of straightening the legs now for more of a back bend. And adjust into this part of the pose. Be here for 1 more minute. Release the gripping. Allow your shoulders to be totally supported by the blocks. Notice which parts of the body are touching the mat. Release the glutes. 20 more seconds. Inhale 4, exhale 6. Okay, bend the knees if they're not already. Take the arms back alongside the body. And just pause there for a second. And then we're going to very slowly and carefully roll off the blocks to one side. And don't come up, but move the blocks away so that you can lay back down on the mat. Okay, we're going to keep the blocks and take the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open to the side. And then take one block under each thigh to support the thighs. For Supta Baddha Konasana. Take the hands on the belly. Feel the soles of the feet touching. And allow the inner thighs, the groins, the adductors to release. And let the blocks totally support the legs. Feel the belly rise and fall with the breath. And the whole of the back body, from the tailbone all the way up through to the crown of the head, melts down into the mat. Inhale for the count of 4, exhale for the count of 6. One more minute here. Notice if you're still gripping in any areas of the body. And if your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the counting of the breath and the grounding of the body. Okay, and then on the next inhale, take the knees together. And exhale, take the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side a little bit. Okay, and then take the feet down. And you're going to grab your strap and a pillow. So you can just come up to sit for a moment so I can show you. I'm going to be looping the strap so that we can put the strap around the thighs. So we're going to do a bound shavasana. So just put a kind of a big loop in it to start. And then take it over the calves and then up to just above the knees. And then you can tighten the strap. So you don't want it to be like crazy tight, but just so that you can really release the legs. Okay, and then we're going to be taking the pillow underneath the knees to support the knees. Sorry, my strap is not playing the game. All right. Good. So we're going to press the outside of the thighs into the strap. And then take that pillow or blanket or cushion or whatever underneath the knees. And then just allow yourself to come back down onto your back for Shavasana. Okay, adjust here so that you feel comfortable. And allow your thighs, the outside of the thighs, to just press into the strap. The feet turn out slightly to the sides. Take the arms alongside the body, palms facing up. And open up the shoulders so that the first knuckle is towards the mat, touching the mat. Spread the collarbones. And starting at the crown of the head, we're going to work our way down through the body, relaxing different areas. So bring your attention to the crown of the head, the forehead skin. Release any tension, any frowning. Relax the eyes in the eye sockets, the cheeks. And notice the skin below the nose. Feel the inhale and the exhale going over that part of the skin. Notice the ears and the mouth. The lips are slightly parted. Release the jaw. Relax the throat. And feel the spreading of the collarbones. Relax the chest. And release any tension in the belly. Relax the hips. And release the quads, fronts of the thighs. Feel the kneecaps and the shins. Notice the tops of the feet and the toes. Feel the toes and then relax them. Feel the balls of the feet and the arches of the feet, the heels and the ankles. Relax the calves. Feel the backs of the knees and the hamstrings. Release the glutes and the lower back. Feel the sacrum releasing down towards the mat. Release the middle part of the back and the upper back, the shoulder blades, the muscles between the shoulder blades, the shoulders, the tops of the arms, the forearms, the hands and the fingers. Relax the back of the neck. Feel the back of the skull releasing down into the mat. And now notice if there's any tingling in the fingertips or the toes. Notice the energy in the body. And keep the eyes still. You can focus your drishti on the part between the eyebrows, the third eye. I'm just going to stay still here for 1 minute, feeling the energy of the body, breathing. If you'd like some help with keeping your mind focused, you could count the breath. Okay, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes, and bend the knees, and the knees in towards the chest. Just slide the strap down, take it off, and exhale over onto the right side. Just stay here for a moment, using the right arm as a cushion for the head. And inhale, slowly come to sit in any comfortable position. Okay, then bring your hands together at heart center and feel the energy in the body. And make a promise to yourself that you're going to carry a little bit of this energy throughout your week. Namaste.